Glorious Light. Go over there to YouTube. And also any comments that you all may type in the comment box if you're on YouTube, we can actually place it on the screen and then address your question, and everyone will know, who we're addressing and who we're talking to. So that's kind of like the benefits of going to YouTube Live. So, but y'all stay wherever y'all comfortable at. That's cool. But thank you all for whoever's been popping in. I think I've been calling out some names. Mr. No Games, what's up? Uniquely Arch, what's going on? But we're about to get started, as we always do about this time.
What's up, y'all? Okay. So, Chad, let me go over to YouTube. Okay. Now, you can always come back, Chaz, here if you want. I'm just trying to see why my whole forehead cut off. Hold up. Okay. There we go. And I just feel like my YouTube view finna be so raggedy. Oh, Lord. Hence why things need to change over here.
Okay. What's up, everybody joining in? We're about to get started. Machiavelli, what's going on? Roni gone. What's up?
Yeah. You ready, boo?
I'm ready, child. Let's get this thing popping.
All right. Let's go. 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 Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, podcasters, YouTubers, IGzers, Facebookers, the worldzers. What's good?
What's going on? What's the deal?
This is Brains and Beauty
times 2. I'm Shayla.
And I'm Miami. And tonight, you guys,
it's another Wednesday.
I know. Another Wednesday. It is episode 73. Mm-hmm. 73 episodes. We have done this. We have done 73 Wednesdays. A few Thursdays. 73 episodes, Shay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know. Which is bomb, though. It's bomb.
It is.
So tonight we have an amazing show, as always. Nothing new, nothing foreign, just something always amazing coming from us. We're going to go ahead and start off with shouting out Miss Kamala. Kamala, right?
Kamala
Harris.
Yes.
First female, not of the first female, first black female, black woman, mixed, whatever. Everybody talking about she's mixed, she's this, she's that. Child, all of us are mixed. But we are, she identifies with black. So she's black to me. What about you, Shay?
Black is always gonna overpower, okay? I mean, you might have been in the house while I was outside, but you was still
Shayla
in the house. I'm just saying, you was still a Negro is the point. So black is what she is. That's what we're gonna say. That's what it is.
I'm excited. This feels like 2000. What that was? 8?
Was it 8?
Girl, I feel so.
Ooh, are we there? I don't know. Whatever year Obama was running,
we should know better than this, Shayla. We should know better than this.
That happened to me. I don't even remember people's birthdays, and
I think it's 2008 because I remember where I was at. I remember I was filming a show at the time. They didn't want us to see the inauguration, so I missed it. But I think it was 2008 for sure to 2012, and then 16 with Mr. Man, who up in the building now. So 2008 was when Obama came in. And it is amazing to see and feel the same type of way. Now, do I agree with everything they got going on? Absolutely not. No. But we know the orange man has to go. He has to go. Yes. He has to go. Yes. And not even, it just feels dope to see a VP look, like us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look similar. Like,
Yeah.
Just to know, it's a Black woman, and she don't back down. You know, I they may say she mixed and all of this, but she own it.
Again,
She own it.
anything to diminish the Black part. You know how they do. Anything to diminish the Black part, but who cares? The whole point was we are excited that there's a Black woman that's given a chance to be VP. Again,
thank you.
Regardless of our personal issues, our issues, or our situations with what people have done as in their tenures as whatever positions they've held in political parties. Again, we're not going to like everything that they do. We're not going to agree with everything that they do. I didn't agree with everything Obama did, but Obama was still Obama, and I still appreciated him and what he brought to the table. And he was smooth, and he you know what I'm saying, he did it only like how we could do it, basically.
Yeah, so, I just want people to remember too what Obama was. Chad say everybody mixed. This is true. Everybody is a little mixed. But no, I want people to understand. Everybody was like, Obama didn't do this, and Obama didn't do enough here, and Obama didn't do enough for our people. And I just feel like you have to realize there's still other people involved, not just Obama. There's Congress, there's Senate, there's steps. Could he have done more executive orders as Mr. Orange has been doing? He could have.
He could have used his power in the end and just did what he wanted to do.
Step one, man, a Black man had to get their foot in the door. And trust me, it was a lot of pushback with him in there. So I'm just excited to see her. Yeah. I'm excited to know. See, I can't even read the comments all the time. This is why I'm always focused, because if I read the comments, it gets me off. And Chaz is all over the place.
Yes. I think, okay, so I have a question. Since we're on this topic, I have a question to everybody who's watching right now. I have a question. All right. So it's just Chaz. He made a very good point to me that, does it really, at this point, you have to pick somebody. That is the point, that somebody is going to win this election. Whether you like everything they've done or not, somebody has to win. Yeah. So us making this big deal about, or not saying making a big deal, because obviously our issues and stuff and concerns are very important, and we should care that the person we're putting in office will care about our issues and address our issues while they're there. But at the same time, we're seeing a lot of celebrities and people on social media basically saying, like, constantly attacking the negative things that the party that you actually want to win, or the individuals that you actually want to win, to get this crazy man out of the office.
Yes, God.
Why are we?
Yes,
this is not
God.
the time. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is not the time to be like going in and attacking ridiculousness when we need this person to get in there so we can get him out. Yes, we should still address our issues, and we should still do all that. So, I mean, do you guys feel like, no, it's always the time to address issues, even if that is the person you're voting for? I don't know. I almost feel like it's kind of counterproductive. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's kind of
my thing is, this is exactly what happened when Andrew Gillum was running for Florida, right? Yes. People were like, "Oh, he doesn't have enough of Black agenda. I'm not voting for him." I remember there was a lot of popular people that could have vouched for him, and they did not do that. And by the end of it all, they were like, "Dang, we should have just got ourselves in the house." You know what I mean? We should have just got ourselves in the position, and they missed out the opportunity. Yeah. We cannot miss his opportunity this time. I don't care what they got going on. We cannot have one. It's a Black female. That's one Black female. Two female. Three, we have to get this man out of the house. Yeah. Four, this can empower a lot of daughters, a lot of nieces, a lot of just young girls, to let them know that they don't have to be, they can actually get into the White House. Like, that's powerful. You know what I mean? Like, just me seeing it at this age. And I saw earlier Queen Latifah, she was just so like, and she's older as well, but just to see it, just to how the women, fellas, y'all been getting these presidents for how many years now? What number this man is? 40 what?
Who are you talking about? The ones going in or the one that's in there?
Yeah, the person now.
Girl,
y'all don't know the number of the man.
I definitely don't. Because I don't care nothing about him, so I definitely don't care about his number.
Anyway, so we need a shot too, in so many words. So that's really the main thing, and not even that. He got to get out. Like we cannot have another 4 years with this man every week, crying over
Chaz
Twitter, crying over
45.
crying over everything. Like who, like. I just we don't have time for that, and not even he don't really like us low key, high key anyway. So
okay, he don't like us at all. It ain't low key.
He likes some of us that we got money, but not majority of us. In so many words. But anyway, moving on to the next topic for tonight, we wanted to jump in. We wanted to ask you guys, all the fellas and the ladies, well, really the fellas, when it comes to dating your girl, your wife, dating. Whatever. Who comes first? Who comes first?
Mama or your girl?
Does your mom come first or your wife come first? And I'm gonna give you a scenario. The scenario is you are in a car, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. There's a car situation, and I saw this video a while ago before I went on break. Mm-hmm. So the boyfriend pulls up in the car. The mom is in the front seat. And told the girlfriend to get to the back of the seat. I mean, in the back seat. Wife, I think she was the wife too. No, she was the wife. So my question is, who goes first? Who sits in the front seat? Fellas, who sits in the front seat? Does your wife sit in the front seat and your mom go to the back? Or does your mom sit in the front and the wife has to respect and put your mom in the back? That's what I want to hear from you guys tonight. And Shayla, I want you to start because you are a wife. And if Justin pulls up and in a car, who goes in the front seat first? I already know what you're going to say, but who goes in the front seat first and who goes in the back and why?
Oh, well, quickly, I want to say happy birthday to Eddie Uptown. I saw you. We were talking and we kind of missed it, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And we hope you have a blessed one. Okay, so now me getting to the conversation. All right. So, thank you, Looney. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm someone who respects my elders, regardless of whether I'm the wife or not. So if grandma, auntie, uncle, anybody of them people are getting in the car, I'm always going to offer. I'm not even gonna ask you, do you want the front seat? I just go to the back immediately. Yeah, that's just me. It's a respect thing, in my opinion. And I would expect my husband to do the same. If my mom was going to the car, and my dad was going to the car, I would expect for him to get in the back seat without even it being a question. Now, if my parents offer it, that's a different. Even if his mom offers it, though, I would still be like, no, I'm sitting in the back. You mama, get in the front. That's, for me, it's just a respect thing. But anybody else, oh, no, boo, you got to get in the back. Slide on in the back. And it's just my seat up here.
Yeah, because the wife actually went off, and her and the mom had started bumping heads. They went completely off. She was just like, that's my car. The car is in my name. You know what I mean? Like, the car is in my name, and that's it. Mom, you need to get to the back. I'm his wife now. You go to the back. But for me, before we get into you guys' comments, we're going to read some of you comments right after my little 2 cents. For me, of course, he pulls up in the car. I'm letting mom go. Because I'm going to see him later. I'm going to see him every day.
Why does really matter?
Like, it's just a car ride. It ain't like we, it ain't first. It ain't front seat to heaven. If we just going down the street. Nah, it's front seat to heaven. I don't know, Mom. I want to see Jesus first.
Oh, my
God. No. In all seriousness, I will let mom go. I will let his mom go, and I'm sitting in the back seat. I will let his grandmother go. I'm sitting in the back seat. I think his dad will let me sit in the front, but knowing me, I would tell him, go up there with your son. Y'all chill. I'm gonna be in the back chilling. Like I want to take pictures from the back. Like that's just me. Like I would want to respect the space of my man's mom. I'm not going to sit here and argue with her. I'm not arguing with her about, hey, lady, get to the back.
No, not about no chair. Come on. I mean, there's so many other things to argue about.
Yeah.
Why would I be arguing about a seat that I sit in all the time because I'm always in the car with you? That's just dumb for me.
All the time.
That just don't make no sense. And it's a lack of maturity.
Yeah.
I feel like on her part, it's a lack of maturity for her to even have a problem with that. Like, I think maybe, because I don't know the situation, I don't know the family dynamic. Maybe there's some other underlying issues they may have. And that was just kind of like another thing that's just like, how dare you? But pick your battles. And that's not one of them. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to fight off that one.
Yeah. I'm not fighting her either. I'm sorry. She could go sit in the front. So we're going to go ahead and read some of you guys' questions before we move on to the next topic real quick.
Right.
What's the truth? Because I think is this program just really acting up.
Okay. So
what you got, Shay?
Let's see. Big Dale 32. Wife comes first no matter what. Wife getting in the front. Okay. I mean, again, I think depending on the man and depending on his relationship with his parent, I think that would probably be something understood. Like with my mom, it's already understood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, it would just have to be that kind of thing. I would still offer personally. Eddie Uptown, because we live and having a relationship, but there's some great women be like, go ahead. For real. I mean, why argue that? It's so childish and petty. Like, no.
Yeah.
And plus you want to have a good relationship with a mama. Why would a seat get in the way with that?
Sure. Mr. Oh yes said mama have to catch the back seat.
Wait, what?
Mr. Oh yes said mama have to catch the back seat.
Wow. Okay. I'm actually
You're surprised?
I thought guys would be like, nah, come on, man, it's moms. You feel me? Like, it's mom. Like, you can't do that to mom.
Yeah. I think it's just up to the woman too. It's up to who the wife is. Yeah. It's up to all of the whole dynamic of everything. Just everything. So
okay. What's up, Love La La, Trill Talk TV? What's going on? Thank you for joining.
Who said, oh yeah, what's up, Trill Talk? You said somebody had to get what in the back, Shay? What they said?
Okay, wait, I didn't read. Frederick McCoy says that I respect my mother and she sits in the front seat. Okay. Because we live and have a relationship, but there are some great women be like, go ahead. That was the last comment I read from Eddie Uptown. Okay.
I have to agree.
I would have to say, yeah, no. Mom, go ahead, have that. I'll sit in the back. I'm good.
Yeah.
So it's just a respect thing. So it's something to think about, guys, because I know this is actually an issue, and this happens a lot more than you think it happens. Because I know
it can happen.
Friends who this has happened to, and it was an issue. So
yeah, when I saw that video, I was just like,
yeah,
I couldn't believe they was going back and forth like that. But anyway, next topic for the night, Shay.
Okay. Next topic. All right. So if anybody's been in a relationship, there's always like there's kind of like an unspoken code. Like the boys there's an unspoken code between guys, there's an unspoken code between girls, and there's a kind of a unspoken code between like friends and their relationships. Okay. We all know that. So are there any family or friend boundaries that you particularly have in like your relationship? Like, what is it that your friends can't do around your man or do with your man or whatever the case may be, and vice versa? For example, I have a friend who does not want her friend, not even her best friend, to call her man for any reason.
Ooh.
Not for a surprise, not for nothing.
Oh.
I think that's a little excessive. Personally, this is my personal opinion.
Does it depend?
Depending on the friendship.
Okay.
Depending on the friendship. But if I was your close friend and like your best friend, one, I don't know why you would think I would be calling your man for anything other than you. And it, that's just me. But so that's the example I'm giving. So what is it that you guys have had like maybe a run-in with or issues with when it comes to family and friend boundaries? Or have you had any boundaries that you set between your relationship and your family or friends?
Okay. So before I jump into some other side notes that I have for myself, I'm gonna start with that topic, because there's just some guys in my life that are friends, and have became friends to me because of the girls. Now, I'm not going to be calling my friends guys husbands or boyfriends like all the time, just all the time. Yeah. It's one thing to say, hey, what's up, bro? Like, is everything good? Like, blah, 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 blah. But if that guy has turned into like a brother to me, I feel like if she's okay with accepting that he's kind of like for real, like a brother to me, I'm cool with that. And I have to respect that if she does not feel like that. You know what I mean? I hate that it has to be like that, but I still have to respect her decisions of how she feel about me reaching out to her guy. Now, again, I have some guy friends or some guys who are husbands of my friends, and I haven't had like a major issue. Now, if it was vice versa, if there's a guy friend and I really don't know his girl like that, now if the girl is my friend and she has a guy, I really haven't had too many major issues with that about contacting, because I'm really just contacting like they like on some brotherly type stuff. I've never had an issue with that. But if it's the opposite, like if he's a guy friend of mine and I don't know that girl, like I can't be reaching out like all the time unless she's okay with it.
Yeah. Agree.
And I'm not just doing it just to do it. Yeah, I'm not just doing it just to do it. Like, oh, what's up, so and so and so. Like, no. It's either what's up, bro? What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want no drama, because again, you never know how other people feel about their people. You know what I mean? And you have to just respect it, despite you may feel like, dang, you really gonna treat me like that? Like I'm really supposed to be like y'all friend too. But then some women just don't see it like that.
I think when you have those kinds of issues, you've had some kind of run-in with a friend prior. And so in order to dissolve that issue so that it won't ever be an issue, you just have that as an underlying boundary for everybody. It doesn't even matter who it is.
Yeah, because if it was vice versa, I gotta know who the
if it was vice versa, you have to know who the person you would?
I want to know who the girls are, because you have to think about it, Shay. I have been a friend girl to a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I know. Yeah. I know what's up. Like, I know what a real friendship is because I have real friendships with guys. You know what I mean? So if I meet my husband's friends, and I feel some type of way, I'm gonna tell him, hey, she not like how me and my friend guys is. So I don't.
I ain't feeling her. Yeah.
It's enough for me.
I'm trying to think. Have I ever done that with my husband? Any of his? You know what? I have. I had to think about it real quick. I have. I've had to be like, I don't really think that she's what she claims to be.
That's tough. That's tough.
From that moment, though, I feel like the moment I acknowledge it, and the moment I say I've given you my opinion, it's I now put that on you. Because if you don't check that and I find out or think or I see something that's completely inappropriate, now I have a problem with you. Because I don't have a problem with her. I didn't marry her. I don't care about what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? She can keep it moving. She can kick rocks. I'm talking about you because I've addressed it. I've let you know now. So for me, it's like If I think it's an issue, I'm gonna tell you it's an issue. If I think that she's overstepping, I'm going to address her, and I'm gonna let you know I'm going to address her before I do it.
Yeah.
And then at that point, now I'm putting it on you. If you don't check that and get that together, or either dead that relationship or whatever, or just check her, because my husband has had to do that with like a couple of people of mine that he felt like they're not really just friends. They have ulterior motives. And
that's tough, man.
It's been some situations where I didn't think that, and then it turned out to be exactly what he said, and I'm like, that, you know what I'm saying? And I can blame nobody but me, because when I did finally see the sign, I kind of just tried to act like, oh, I didn't see it. Oh, you know, he was just playing.
Okay. Now all the whole plan thing. Now that's one thing I don't play with the plan. Mm-hmm. Like there's levels to guys in my life. Like if I consider you a brother, there would never ever be no playing. There's no playing. Yeah. Now if you like a friend that's like cool, like, yeah, what's up, homie? Like you may play. Yeah. You may play, but you will never be a brother, because I already know you have crossed some type of line somewhere. I personally would see it, and I have to say, you know what? If I was married, I know you can't be a brother of mine, because there was a line crossed. Yeah. So that's why it's kind of, you got to be careful too about who friends of what. Chad say ain't no plan. Exactly. That's a different type of friend, because
it is.
You got to be careful between brotherly and sisterly type of vibes versus just like homies, you know, cool. Hey, what's good? Like those people.
I feel like sometimes people hit you from left field. Like they be real cool.
Yes.
Like I've had people who were like, they never tried it for years. And then all of a sudden,
it come out of the blue.
Moment, you're like, hold on, whoa, what was that? Like, what did you just say to me, bro? That was so inappropriate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we'll actually try it,
really.
Go ahead.
Well, not really inappropriate, but it's like, dang, like. So all this time,
yeah. I thought
you were looking at me
like.
Well, I don't know about that.
We brother and sister out here, and you.
Oh no, I don't know about the brother. Like, you know me, I can't use the brother and sister thing. Well, that's a token for me.
I know.
But if he was cool with me, right? Yeah. If he was cool with me, and I would have never thought nothing like, oh my God, he's just a cool dude. Like, you know, boom, support you, whatever you got going on. I like to support a lot of people, like whatever it is. But if you come out to me and be like, I don't be knowing what to do. Like, what? When this happened,
off guard. You're like, hold on. What?
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah. But like, I never had an off guard moment with a guy I consider a brother to me, because I feel like, I never had no moments like that, and they would never have a moment like that with me, because I'm literally, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just different. Like, it's just so many different levels of guys. And I'm just learning it myself.
That's true.
I'm just learning the different levels of guys, because there's even different level of just friend guys. Like you have like your friend, like your homies.
Yes.
Your friends. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yep.
Even those two right there are a little bit different, because you got one set who kind of be like. Then you have another set that's not your brother, but they really not on no sideline, but you just really don't know if they was not in their positions. How, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you just got to be careful. Like my goal in life is just to be careful with everybody. I have to be very careful, because I can only put myself in other people's shoes. Meaning, if I was a wife, you know what I mean? If I was somebody's girl, I have to put myself in their shoes and just make sure I'm just careful at all times. But anyway,
okay, so let's read because there was a lot of comments on that one.
I want to add the family part to it and not the friends. So if it was family boundaries, I wouldn't want my family stepping in to telling me and my husband what traditions we should be doing, or stepping into our arguments and taking a side. I wouldn't want that from a family member. Like, I wouldn't want them stepping in the middle of an argument or something, a disagreement. Oh, that's right. You shouldn't be doing this to her and blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't say that to her. Like, don't do that.
Okay, so family should stay out of the relationship, period. No opinions.
To agree. Yeah, to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have done something bad or something, you know what I mean? Like major bad. Yeah, they should step in and protect you at all times, because I'm going to do the same thing for you. You know what I mean? But you gotta step out. You just gotta be like, child.
But that's also why you can't tell family everything. You know, you got to pick and choose what you tell them and kind of keep
I'm saying
them out
if they are in the presence of that is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say you're around family and you're around your husband, and let's just say your mom, your dad, your grandmother, or whoever be like, what y'all, I don't agree with none of that, what y'all got going on. I don't agree with what he got going on. I don't agree with what you got going on. Like, look, bro. Maybe because I don't really have it. I don't know. Like, bro. Look, we got this. It's one thing to give me advice behind closed doors. Like, don't do it in front of me and my husband. Is what I mean, Shayla.
No, 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. Yes.
Tell me when I call you when I get in the car. Don't tell me when we right here in the middle in front of the whole family. Like, don't do that. Like that. Those boundaries is. I ain't ready for black. Was like, LOL, look, bruh. Now y'all know I still got my hoodlum side in me now. I don't have family or friends in my business. Okay, let's just say they're in your presence though. This is what I mean. Like, they don't have to be in your business. Let's just say something kind of just happens in the middle of you guys, everybody together. It's you, your husband, you and your wife, whoever. You standing there and the family is around, and you and your husband or you and your wife are talking, and all of a sudden you got family coming over talking about, oh, well, let me tell y'all what y'all need to be doing, or, oh, let me tell y'all what y'all, you know what I mean? I don't agree with that. Like, start arguments with your spouse. With your
spouse.
Don't come up and start arguments with my babe.
Yeah.
About what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's definitely a slippery slope. I just think that for me, when my friends, like my close, my girls who I feel like are more like my sisters, I don't mind them speaking to my husband. I don't have a problem with it. Matter of fact, my husband has their phone numbers and stuff. Like, I'm fine with that because I trust them enough to know that if they're ever having a discussion with him, it's about me, or they maybe needed him to do something for them, like come move around it. Like, I don't have no problems with that. I trust who I allow around him like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I don't, you know it. You feel like it's clear. Like, it's not a game. I'm not playing. Like, you know when I have an issue. I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna make it clear. With everyone else, I'm fine. So I don't really have that issue. So I think it kind of like set me back when my girl was like, yeah, no, I don't, like, you can't call him for anything. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to plan a surprise party for you. I can't even call him, man. Well, I don't know how I'm finna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really strange to me. But again, I have to understand that maybe she's been through something. Maybe I don't know. It's just weird for me. So I don't really have those kind of boundaries. I just ask that whatever it is that you're doing, keep me in mind. Be respectful. If you don't think I would like it, don't, probably the best thing is don't try it. And other than that,
do you evaluate your friendships off of that though? Because I would have to evaluate my girlfriends and put them on a different level.
You know what?
Or do you just respect?
It made me think of her differently for a while. But then I was like, you know what? I have to understand, like, maybe she truly has gone through something where she just she's trying to protect that from ever happening again. So she just sets that boundary across the board. I don't know.
But Shayla, to me, right? I'm sorry, y'all. We off topic a little bit. We on this one a little bit. We're gonna move on. But do you feel like it's a dagger at you, as if, dang, I'm supposed to be your girl?
I felt like that. I felt like that immediately at first. I did.
You know, like, It's now, don't get me wrong, you can't trust every woman, and every woman knows these little red flags, right?
Yes.
We know
Yes.
red flags.
Yeah.
But you got to just be careful on who those women are. Like, it ain't gonna be a everybody that I know and talk to have my man's number either. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a certain group of women who I feel that ain't never gonna try him.
Yeah.
Ain't never gonna put themselves in a predicament to try him. And not even that, who I just feel like he understands who my sisters are. And if he's my husband and he's going after one of my friends, you guys can go off in the wind and go have a great time. Because that was meant for y'all to be together then, because I gotta go. Yeah. So maybe thank you for the blessings in disguise. You know what I mean? But other than that, I just feel it would be a dagger to me if it was one of my close, not everybody, I'm talking about close. Don't you dare call my husband. Well, you know I ain't finna be calling him
for nothing else. For nothing.
It gotta be for a reason.
Like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did take it that way at first. I'm not even gonna lie, but after a while, I was like, you know what?
You let it go.
I can't focus on that. Maybe that'll change over time. I don't know.
How that meme go?
I'm just cut from a different cloth, and I don't have them kind of like issues, and where I'm worried about that. Like, it is what it is.
I have to re-level, I have to reevaluate me and her friendship automatically, because now you looking at me some type of way, and you should know. Now you should really know me and my history and my life. You should know me, and vice versa, right? You should know me, and I should know you. And if you really think I'm like that, like, bro, like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I have to put you over there. Moving on to the next topic.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for hold on. I didn't think we read everybody's. Okay.
No, go ahead and read everybody's stuff.
Trill Talk TV. Keep them separate because you don't want them asking or snitching about cheating. You know what, Trill? Come on now. All right. Let's see.
Mess. A hot mess.
I'm ready for Black Love. So sorry, but family was not the one saying I do. Okay. If there's the slightest attraction, lust will come. From my perspective, that's Big Dale 32 saying that. Capital City Cam, keep family at your business unless necessary. I definitely agree with that. You don't tell your family stuff that you want them to go back and get in. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you just can't. You can't share everything. You know, because when you're over it, they haven't forgot what you told them. So
don't say that, Trill Talk TV.
It's just not a good look.
That's not that's not cool. Chad's talking about he better respect your G hubby. If not, he gotta go. I mean, that is a conversation.
No, that's definitely a conversation.
Because if your friend girl has a gay brother, gay husband, whatever you want to call him or refer to him as, I feel like he does not have to agree with anything what my friend got going on in his life, right? But he needs to respect him as a man. He needs to respect him as my friend, and he needs to respect somebody that I have considered and deemed a friend. He has to trust that I know what I'm doing. Like, this is my friend. Like, you got to trust me to know that I'm not just having any old body around me. Like, you got to know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, real talk.
And he has to be comfortable around my gay friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he has to be very comfortable. You can't be around here disrespecting him just because you may not agree with something about his lifestyle or his life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's fair. You know how I feel about believing in gay people anyway. Like, you just because you don't agree don't mean you get to down somebody or disrespect them as a person, as a human.
Not at all.
Chad said if he's a real man with no insecurities and one with his man, he wouldn't give a doggone. So again, and who knows, may have to put him around Chaz a couple of times just to make sure you ain't looking to the left or right, honey, because you don't know what these men like. I may need an extra radar. Chaz, tell me.
Oh, let me see. We got Capital City Cam. I want to address this one. What if your family knew something wrong about your mate that you didn't know and tried to warn you, but you rejected it? That has happened to me before. I won't go into details, but it's definitely happened. And I think it's one of those things that when I feel like when a family comes at you with some information that they think they know or they've heard or think they heard or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
If you don't have real solid proof and evidence, just don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't come with I think I heard, I might have heard, somebody told me. If you don't know for sure and you haven't done your due diligence and finding out, just don't do it. It's not a good look because most of the time the person that you're telling, they end up having an issue with you and not with the person that that you're claiming is doing them wrong, because you don't have real facts. You don't have they feel like you're coming for their relationship. Now that wasn't my case. I felt like I had to address both and figure out where the truth really lied. I appreciated the tip and I had to figure out where the truth was. And then at that point I had to deal with both of them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I had to figure out how I was going to deal with both. So I again, that's a mature way to do it. Everyone doesn't do it that way, but and it's still kind of a weird relationship because not really between me and the person, but between my husband and that person, because he feels like that person lied on him or betrayed him or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And whether he's apologized for it or not, it doesn't matter. At this point, it's been said and you can't take it back. Yeah. So it's just definitely one of those things where I think that people need to make sure that family, when you're getting involved in your family members' relationships, you need to be clear. You need to know what you're talking about before you give out the information. And once you give it, get out. Don't stay. Yeah,
you just gotta let people know.
You did your job.
You gotta let people know, because it's one thing if you see something or know something and you didn't say something. I think that hurts more.
It does.
So for me as a friend, I'm gonna tell you. Now, what you do with it, that's on you. But at least I feel better. And then after you make your decision on what you want to do, either you stay or go, I'm gonna support that regardless. Like I'm never gonna bring it back up. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you remember that time when I told you XYZ? No, that's over, because you agree, you heard the information, you know everything, and now it's your decision to either move on or not. And then I know you got to do it in front of me, but I'm not the concern here. It's you and your future and your person. You know what I mean? And my job as a friend and as a sister, no matter if it's a woman or a man, doesn't matter. My job is to be there to support you no matter what decision you make. Like, yes, it's no judgment zone for me. Like, it's no judgment for me. Like, I don't judge nobody's situation. I don't judge no person, because at any any given moment, I can get judged too. You know what I mean? So,
amen. Yeah.
I like what Chad said. He said, my folks know if I need to find out, God will reveal it to me. No one will have to. It always comes to the light.
Everything done in the dark comes to light eventually. Yeah. It may not come swift, but it comes.
And it come on time.
And I think that was the thing, is that, you know what I'm saying? I think just people, family members, are going to get involved in a relationship of another family member. If you have some information that you want to tell or share because you feel like they need to know it, tell them and then remove yourself. Tell them and then remove yourself. If that's what you want to do, tell them and then remove yourself, but don't stay in it, because when you stay in it, you now become a part of it and you become more involved than you need to be. You know, let that person figure out their situation from there. Again, I don't have any issues with the person who told me whatever, you know, whether it was true or not. Yeah. It's just get your facts together before you come to somebody. You feel me? But anyway,
moving on. That was good.
Thank y'all for the
that was good
comments on that one. That was a good one. Trill Talk TV, I saw your comment.
What he said.
Imagine your wife BFF looking like Miami and she got your number. Temptation.
I'm so done.
Oh my God. But you know what? Even with women, because again, my husband has had some friends that are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater. I call it what it is. They're pretty. But again, my concern is not them. My concern is him. Does he know better? Because I didn't marry them. I married him.
Exactly. And I'm gonna need you to step up and let me know.
Yeah, like exactly.
I need
you to correct that if it starts to turn into something that it shouldn't be. I ain't worried about her. Cause I ain't fighting no girl over no foolishness now. I'm not playing them kind of games. Yeah. But anywho, moving on to the next topic. Okay.
Next topic.
You got the next one, boo, or I got the next one?
You got the next one, I think.
I got the next one. Okay, the next one. Now y'all know we got to bring up this WAP. Y'all know we got to bring it up. I know we didn't. We was trying to avoid it, but we have to bring up the WAP because I got to see what y'all fellas is thinking on this one. Now, if you haven't seen it, Megan Thee Stallion and what's the name, CardiB, came out with a video recently called WAP, and I don't really, do your own research on what it means.
Shayla,
this is PG-13. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So do your own research on what that means. But pretty much, they're standing up behind their song or their song and their video because Kylie Jenner was obviously in it, and we've had there's been a petition put out to have her removed. For I think like two reasons. One, because of the situation that she got into or how she was involved with the whole Meg thing, and the fact that right now it's kind of like Black empowerment, and people are kind of feeling like of all the women that you put in your videos, and during this time you couldn't have chosen nobody else. Like you couldn't have chosen anybody else, anybody Black during this time. Like why it had to be her. So anywho, how are you all feeling about?
How you feeling, Shay?
Song and the message. Do you care? You think people should be able to say whatever they want to say? Let Black women do what they want to do. Let Black girls say what they want to say. What y'all think? Do y'all think that song was just
what you got to say?
What I gotta say?
Yeah. I'm gonna go after you.
I personally think the song wasn't good. Now I like Meg Thee Stallion. I think she can rap her behind off. CardiB, I feel like has her moments. She hasn't really had songs to me that were like, oh yeah, that's it. Like I have one song that I love of hers, and it's not even like on the radio. But she has songs that are, they're decent, but they're not phenomenal to me. Bodak Yellow was the only one to me that I loved. But I just feel like this song was like, oh, okay. I almost feel like this was a song that y'all just rushed and put out. I wasn't a fan of the video. It was just, I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like it could have it could have been done differently. Yeah, it was playful and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like we as women, I think that song is just too much. It's too much. We don't save nothing no more. We don't say nothing for the imagination. We just say whatever we want to say. Like, it's just too much. I think that some things are appropriate for certain times, and I feel like that was just so unnecessary. Both of them are beautiful women. Beautiful, beautiful women. So unnecessary. For me, just unnecessary. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
I love me a good, a good little twerk song, that kind of stuff. But that was on something else. My mouth was dropped. Listen to the whole thing. I was like, wow.
I think for me, growing up, I grew up on Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Trina, a lot of women who speak and spoke like that. Mm-hmm. I think what CardiB just did with this video and this song was a borderline what Luke has done for the entire explicit rap lyric game.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, again, do I agree with everything on how they do what they do? I just feel like this is just me, how I listen to music and how I whatever view things, and if I want to replay it or not. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's their brand. Could their brand be totally different or better? Absolutely. I feel like, but at the same time, that's their brand. That's their bread and butter. That's how they eat. That's who they are. They're younger women. They are in their early 20s. That's where their mindset is at today. And do I agree with everything? No, I don't agree with everything on how the words come out or how you do this and that. But at the same time, that's what those girls do. And I feel like women are doing that off the TV. We have strip clubs. We have prostitutes. We have not prostitutes. That's a wrong word. But y'all know what I mean.
Yes, I know.
Women who exchange funds for action. Yes. You know. I listen. I thought during this time, and I wanted to listen to her whole commentary and how they did this whole thing. How they did this whole thing was just mind blowing to me. Like, it was during Corona. It was during I don't know. How can I say this? I think they did a great job for coronavirus and hiring the people to have jobs to do this stuff, like to record it. Like, they fed a lot of people doing this, right? Do I agree with the messages? No. Again, do I agree with young women talking about XYZ? But at the same time, I remember me at 23. I remember what I was saying. I remember what I was quoting. I remember my mind frame. I remember everything when I was their age. And when they get older, she may look back, both of them may look back and be like, dang, dog, like, I wish I didn't do that. You know what I mean? Or it is what it is. It's my past. So to sum it up, to say, it was an eye dropper. It was an eye catcher. It was a jaw dropper. I was not expecting it at all. I don't know what I thought WAP was supposed to be for. So when I heard it, when I saw the visuals, I was just like, okay, girls. Okay. You know what I mean? Again, I don't agree with the whole messaging, but they're young women. They're women. And that happens to the bodies of women, right? Despite if you say it or don't say it, that action happens. I mean, that actually comes out. Happens. You know, it is what it is. You know. So would I be playing that over and over and over and over and over in my car? No. Would I be playing it over and over and over and over and over on over and over and over? No. But do I support their hustle? Absolutely. That's those girls' brands. I thought it visually looked good. The whole Kylie Jenner thing, I get it. But from a marketing standpoint, I understand why.
No, I definitely know why she was placed in there. Okay,
yeah,
we have less than a minute left. I mean, we have a minute left, so
they 20 something. And there's no excuse, but we have to, you know what we have to do too? Sometimes we have to find the young girls who are doing great things at their age and support those young girls and push them on to do even better things that we think should be done, right? And then those girls who are doing things we don't agree with, we just, we see them from afar, do your thing, girl, be safe, praying for you and your whole whatever. And hopefully one day,
Okay, we got 37 seconds left on IG.
Oh, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
ready for Black Love real quick. Now the real question is: now the young girls are the young girls now going to think they don't need to cook or clean, which they will still get a ring, since that's what will happen. That's what happened to Cardi. Now again, that's my biggest thing, is that you have to realize who's truly watching them. It's not people our age. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like, come on, ladies, like certain things you just don't have to do. You're still going to be big stars because you're that talented without going there. Thank you, IG, so much. We're on YouTube Live. If you want to join.
I'm sorry, y'all. Dang. Why you didn't tell me the 2-minute mark?
Girl, I would have wrapped it up. You were still talking.
It was hard. It was hard to explain it.
Oh my God. Wait, okay, I'll try to add. Hold on, real quick,
so you see what
guys.
You gotta
One
do?
time, yeah. All right. All right, 1 minute podcast. Sorry.
I know. But It just comes down to
I love the fact that they're talented young women, but I feel like they could be talented without going there, without
they don't have to do
without
it.
taking it there, and they just they're already vulgar. Already, you had to take it. You had to go even further with it. Like
it was.
You didn't.
It was very deep. It was very vulgar. It was very extra. Like I said, this was a Luke Skywalker record for a woman, but at the same time, you got to think back in the old days when Lil Kim and Foxy Brown and Trina and them came out. Like how we feel now, it was like that back then too. You know what I mean? So I just think we just haven't heard nothing like this in so long to where it's like, my gosh, you know what I mean? But then they appease a different crowd too that already is a part of that lifestyle, who is okay with talking like that and being like that and embracing their sexuality to that extreme. You know what I mean? And hey, everybody can't embrace it like that. So my thing is they got the guts and let the chips fall as they go. And will we want better? Absolutely. We would love to have better role models, but at the same time, we just gotta push those young girls in front of other girls who don't do that. And that's all we can do. Because either they're gonna see Cardi do it, they're gonna either see Megan do it, or they're gonna log on XXX and see something else too. Or they could see it in school, or they could see it around their friends, or they could see it on Instagram with somebody else that's not even on their level. I think this has been around forever. But at the same time, I get it. They have a platform. It's a new era, new age. Young girls really be looking up to them. But I don't think. Let's talk about Megan's records. Let's talk about Cardi's records. They have all been already like that.
Exactly. I just feel like this, even know that they've already been like that, to hear this, I felt like it even further shocked me. Like it like I feel like
it was
found a way
level
to take this to make your stuff even more crazy to listen to. Like, wow. Like, I mean, literally, I can't even when I'm listening, my mouth was dropped. Like,
no, I was too.
Whoa.
I was just like,
I mean, you really went there. Really went there.
You know what, too? I think it was the word. I think it was the P word.
You think so?
Yeah, it was the P word. I haven't heard. Now you introduced me to Megan Thee Stallion, Shay.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard it, I was like, oh, okay. And that was before her album. That was
before her album. Yes,
mixtapes ago.
Yeah,
and I was already like, okay, you know what I mean? I think again they focused on the body and sex. This whole thing was about a visual sex tape, basically, with their man or their boyfriend. And I just feel like we got a visual of them having sex and what they like, versus them saying, hey, B, forget you, B, you ain't got nothing on me, B, my outfit better than yours, and da 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 da. This was just like, this me and my man, this me and my whatever, do this to me, whatever. And I honestly, for me, it was the P word. I was just like,
yeah, but because again, I could agree with that, because even with City Girls and their new album with the with the song, what's the P Talk, and we obviously we ain't gonna say the word, but I was like, whoa. Maybe it is the word, I don't know, but I feel like it was other things in it as well. But
oh yeah, it was very explicit.
That word right there is like,
it was the whole phrase. Blank, blank, and a blank.
Yeah.
It was whole.
It was a lot. You know, I ain't gonna lie.
And the whole dangly thing, and the whole everything.
Yeah, exactly, the full blown description. Like, I feel like I didn't need a sex tape. I heard it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's basic. Yeah,
they just gave us a verbal sex tape, or if we was to read a book, you know how those raunchy books are. Sometimes you can actually read a book and feel and see all of that the same way they just did. So that's I don't have a huge problem with it, but what I don't want people to start because this is exact. I remember this vivid. I remember the time when I was a young girl listening to Little Kim, listening to Foxy Brown, listening to Trina.
Yeah.
Listening. I remember when people used to saying, that is such filth. What?
Wait.
What?
On YouTube Live. So you think you're ready for Black Lust? Is very explicit. Straight Pornhub verbally.
Yeah, it was.
It definitely was.
But again, what I listened to growing up, this is just similar, but it's just
maybe that's what it is. I was not listening to this stuff. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't listening to my parents.
And not even
little kid. I didn't start listening to that till I got into college. Literally.
See, no, I was listening to this child from middle school and all through high. All through high school.
Yeah, no.
And the beginning and the end of middle school. And before the girls, the guys were doing it. Again, we had Luke. We had Shake That, the Word. We had that already. We listened to Plies. We listened to. Okay, so here's the thing. To sum all this up, I don't have a big problem with them doing what they did. I just feel like it was something for me to rewatch over and over. I won't be watching it again. Like, for me.
No, I won't ever watch it again.
Would I be listening to it like over and over, adding to a playlist? For me, no. Right? No, because I can't even sing along with it. I can't even make it a radio version. And majority of all my stuff is kind of radio version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not even that. I could get the vibes from it. Like, okay, you know, when I get married, you know, yes, husband.
I think that's the only time where I was like, see, I just feel like certain things is just made for certain scenarios. I can imagine some of that in certain scenarios, like with my husband, but not just out and about, standing next to no random stranger talking about with this. I can't do it. I
get it.
Do it. I get it. Add it to my playlist. Where am I supposed to play that? Like,
I get it. You can only play it in your house if you want to dress up and be kinky with your husband. Like, I don't know where you can play it, but what I say, I don't have a problem with what they had. Like, I just feel like they did what they had to do. It came out. It was a boomer. It was like, whoa, they made history with this thing. Like, nobody lately up until this point, even Nicki Minaj has not got this to this point for us. You know, Nicki Minaj has always been like, she may have said some things or whatever, but I haven't. Well, not really, because she did
recently she did the one with
a lot of stuff.
She's done some stuff too. That's just like, it's like all of them have taken it too far. This just took it to me okay. You couldn't go far enough. So you jumped off the bridge. Oh, okay. You jumped off the bridge into raging waters. Okay, that's all right.
I just feel like I've heard this so many times.
I don't know. Maybe it's the music I'm listening. I just haven't. Like, I was like, wow. I mean,
I think the wow was for them. For me, it was okay, Megan. Okay, Cardi.
Yeah,
but it wasn't wow like what they talking about, because again, I've heard this already to the extreme. I even heard it worse coming from out of men's mouths. And those guys, come on now, Trick Daddy, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Luke was.
But I feel like when
Luke went to court for these women to do this today.
But I feel like when we start comparing, oh, well, this person did that. It almost starts to make it sound like, well, so I should be able to do it. That's, to me, what somebody else did is irrelevant.
No. Because Angela ain't finna be up here. Okay. No, ma'am. I'm not saying that on anything. I can't even put the words together and say it. I have to blow because I can't say not the words together. That doesn't mean that's the thing. Like, I think some people have to pull themselves out of this, because these are these women's career. This is what they do. Who is surprised? I'm not surprised. I was surprised that they came together. I was surprised about that. Like,
I was surprised at
girl power. Yes. Good for them. I love for these two to get together. That's amazing. It shows that people can get together. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. The visual, love the colors, loves how they incorporate other women in there. I love how they put Normandy in there. You know what I mean? Like, not because of the song, but because I'm thinking about deeper stuff. Like, they didn't have to add those other people in there. But I think it just showed girl power because people could be very selfish, despite the song, despite the words.
It did show girl power
to extreme
in numerous ways.
But I just wasn't honestly completely satisfied. I mean, satisfied. Surprised. Megan shake her butt all the time without this.
Yeah.
I hear her verbiage about what men should do to her and what she already got going on and how this can happen and how that can happen. Megan has already said it. That's why Cardi was like, it was nobody else that she could have wanted to work with right now except for Megan, because Megan matched that whole little thing with Cardi. I just wasn't surprised. I was just surprised of them coming together. I was surprised at the lyrics. I was surprised how they put it together. But other than that, at the end, when the video was over, I low-key was like, okay. But for Angela today, I won't be around here, oh, this is going to influence me to become. Angela is already Angela. Angela can't be influenced, because if that's the case, I need to cut off all of my music and put myself in a shell in the house and close my door and don't cut on no internet and be that susceptible to not only the music but TV too, to movies, to Power. Come on, because now we're gonna get deep, because now people watching Power. What happens on Power?
No, it's true.
On Power. What happens to movies? True. Come on. True. So shout out to the girls. Look, girls, thank y'all for putting this thing together. Y'all work together. Okay, cool. Moving forward, what's next? Make a dope song together outside of that now. Can y'all talk about something else now? Maybe it's all about these girls but that's their brand. So but I enjoyed it at the very end to an extent. And you got some verbiage to talk to your man, not around nobody.
Girl, yeah.
Well,
okay.
I know.
Oh Lord.
But I'm with you. You don't have to have it. You don't have to be bragging about it. I get it.
Yeah.
But they're rappers.
You don't have to do all that. It's just not necessary.
But they're rappers in 2020, and that's what female rappers to a certain extent. Not all of them, to a certain extent, that's what some of them do. And I don't understand why people are super surprised, because up until that point it was already out.
I was surprised by it being taken that far, but I wasn't super surprised by them talking about what they were talking about. I mean, they talk about that all the time.
Right.
I was surprised at the delivery of it. Like maybe that say it like that.
Maybe that was it.
The delivery.
Yeah.
Well, again, I
but it's not a repeater.
Want us to win. I just don't want us to win at the cost of doing whatever just because it makes you some money.
I get it.
That's just.
But again, their whole career has been like that. So unfortunately, we got to move on with them, because they're not Rhapsody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not. Who are other rappers who don't talk nothing like that, and they don't even get the play that they deserve, because sex sells. So they know sex sells. Even the commercials know sex sells. Even Super Bowl knows sex sells. And this is just a marketing. I got to come out and do it. And they did it, and that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
And we have to find other women. Michelle Obama has a podcast. Okay, people, just want to let you know. There's other people out here that you can listen to. This is just the summary of what the world looks like. The world is going to always have people that you don't agree with what they got going on, but you got to reshift your focus and worry about and promote the other people.
Yeah, I just want to hear something like, thank you. So you think you're ready for Black Love? Exactly. I just want to hear can I hear something empowering for us? Can I hear something?
We even talk about Beyonce tonight.
Lives Matter. Look.
Come on.
We can end with her.
We got Beyonce. We had Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce did that thing, honey. She showed all the way out.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like we don't have to wait until we become big time to put on, to send a message like that. Like her message was, it was just so beautifully done. The visuals were freaking amazing. Like I went to bed that night after watching that thing, like, oh Lord, like where can I get that? You know what I'm saying? Where can I get that fabric, honey? Because that is that only from the motherland, because it everything was just phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
I was so proud. And I felt that little girl on Instagram that was going around that went viral for crying. Like I felt that, because I felt like finally we have a production that has been made that truly shows our beauty, how beautiful we, of a people we are. You know,
exactly.
like we I feel like, you know, in a world where we're constantly being told what we ain't, and being treated like we're less than, to see something where someone is truly lifting up an entire race of people and reminding you who you are and where you come from.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want people to remind, yes, there's always going to be the WAP, the WAP songs out there. They're going to be all over the place. And I just feel like Beyonce had came out and everybody took this whole Cardi B, they gave it too much more attention than what it should have been, right? Because we shouldn't even been talking. We should have been talking about Beyonce before this whole thing anyway, right? But it came up, why? Because again, sex sells, that's the whole thing to talk about. That's the little gossip. No, Beyonce came up, and not only that, Beyonce is a product of age and growth. Right?
That's true.
You have to remember, Beyonce came from a brand that was nothing similar to no Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Even though she did a record with Megan Thee Stallion, come on, you know what I mean? Even in that record, Megan talked some talk with Beyonce. But what I'm trying to say is that Beyonce is growth. She is, you know, when you grow, when you get older, your mindset of what is supposed to be done is like that. So that's why I said earlier about the other two. It's like they're young, like they're gonna get there one day. If they continue to have the great platform that they have, they're gonna show out when it's time to show out. But right now, we should have been focusing on Beyonce anyway, because Beyonce showed us exactly, despite what we saw later on that week, she showed us the earlier of the week how dope we are when we don't have to do that. So my focus was Beyonce. And my focus wasn't even on them. Like I saw it, I heard it. Okay, it's part of the world. You know what I mean? That's already out there. Even if it wasn't a song or whatever, that was already out there. It's happening all over the place. But my focus, the hype, the clips, the IG should have got us talking about Beyonce, because Beyonce made me feel, and she still is making me feel so empowered as just a woman, of course, a Black woman, but as a woman, just how we can just stand out and still be bomb and still be sexy in a different way and still be, because she killed it, dog. Like she looked so amazing. She still had on her little bikinis. She still had on her little, she wasn't covered up head to toe in no gown. You know what I mean? She still had little pieces of her that was still her. She still showed class, that we could be classy and still have an edge about us that don't make us dry. You know, because we're not just dry. We're not just walking around here in no drape either. We can embrace our feminine side. We can show a thigh. We can dance. We can move our body. We can shake. We can do all of that. It was just about, again, what was all said and how it was done, because she was older. So yes, little girls saw Cardi and Megan, but trust me, they seen Beyonce and they know there's always going to be two different sides of the spectrum. But we cannot be focusing on the one side when we got a almost perfect. And I hate to use perfect because nobody is, but that project Beyonce did, bruh, like that should have got, matter of fact, when we do our podcast, we starting with that, because that should have got on. That should have been a focus. Not even talking about them. Like, I don't even, whatever. Beyonce should have been a focus, dog. Like Beyonce, I'm sorry, I'm ranting, y'all, because you have no idea how I felt watching that. Like you said, Shay, like I felt so.
I was I was beyond proud. It just put it just made again. It's like you remember those days where you watching TV and not really seeing women who looked anything like you on the television, and everything that we see or that they portray in magazines and stuff like that are never of people who look anything like you. You know what I'm saying? That they don't have the shapes like you, don't have the skin like you, they don't have the hair like you. So we're all out here trying to portray. It's almost like we're all out here trying to look like one version of beauty. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's only one way to be beautiful. And I feel like in that movie, it was just like, look, we already
not even, but let me say this though. Let me say this, because people rammed up and talked about CardiB and whatever and Megan.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what they did? They rammed up and talked about Beyonce. She wasn't black enough. She stole stuff from Africa. This thing was a big project. So it shows you that it doesn't matter what you do in life. It doesn't matter what you do. It does not matter what you do. You're going to be looked at. You're going to be downed at. You're never going to be enough for a lot of people. Who cares what people think about you? And this goes to both of those groups of women, Beyonce and the other two. People are going to look at you in a way. It doesn't even matter if you go left or right, because they down Beyonce. They said she stole. They said she's wearing weaves. She's not black. She's not black enough. And here we go again, which we need to talk about next week. Colorism. Once again, it's like, for me, when I saw her, I was like, okay, there's a woman who can embrace her natural hair when she has to, but still loves weaves too. Why can't we love weaves? Why are now we getting downed on? Even though it's a deeper thing, you gotta embrace your your hair, and I get that because I'm dealing with it too. But it reminded me, like, it's okay.
It is.
Don't make your own people make you feel like you're not black enough now, because now you're not embracing your hair now. Beyonce showed me it's okay if you want to wear wigs and weaves. You can wear braids too. You can wear however you want. You could be beautiful in whatever way. We're beautiful to wear anyway. She showed women who had short hair. She showed women who had long hair. She showed women who was afro. She showed women who were shaved all the way off. She showed braids. She showed twists. She showed weaves. She showed everybody, and I just felt so empowered because it was a well-rounded visual of how Black women are supposed to be with each other.
Yeah.
And existing with each other and not picking at each other about how you're not enough because you don't do this and you don't do that. Why can't we have the whole spectrum?
No, we definitely, I think we should start with that next. We should talk about that next week.
Exactly. It's so deep, but at the same time, they down B. Like, they shouldn't have downed her at the height of our culture. She showed out for the culture. This was something we never seen. You know what I mean?
About Jesus, so I'm not surprised by any of that.
You know, but it was a beautiful thing, and I brought that up because I wanted people to realize, no matter what you do what you do. You go home and you be happy on what you do. If you go home and you happy, that's all that matters. If you get it from your heart, cool. But I appreciate Beyonce. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, she did that.
And whoever else want to come after her and up it, cool. But she set the bar for us as Black women, and it overshadowed all that other stuff that we was talking about.
Yeah, it did.
So
we'll definitely make sure we bring her up next week, because I know
we're gonna start with this
time, and we kind of skipped over her, but we'll definitely bring that up next week because it will still be relevant then too, honey. Yeah. And on that note, we want to thank everyone for watching, all of our podcast family, all of the beautiful people who came from Instagram. I tried to name them as I saw them pop up on the screen. We thank everybody in YouTube land as well for watching. Y'all have been absolutely awesome. We hope we didn't rant too long, but we had some things to get off our chest today, y'all.
Yes, God. And we missed last week, so we're kind of just making it up.
Exactly. So
we're kind of making it up.
So make sure, guys, that you follow. Look down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure if you're on any podcast that you're giving us the 5 stars, honey. We don't do 4. We not subpar. 5, baby. Don't play with us. 5, okay? And other than that, we love y'all to death, and I'm gonna let Miami take us out.
Child, we out of here like I was about to say something corny. Okay. Anyway, everything Shay said, make sure you follow us everywhere. Comment below, like the page, subscribe. And until next week, we will see you then. We will talk to you then. Good night, good morning, and good afternoon if you're listening to this while you at work on break. We appreciate you so much all around the world, because we are all around the world on the podcast platforms. And yeah, we out of here, man. We out of here. I wish I had music to play with the beat song. You feel me? But we can't.
I know.
Doggone
next time. We'll have it ready next time. It's okay.
Next time, but they be cutting you, girl. You know, Beyonce people don't play by their music, girl.
She don't. You're right. Maybe we won't have it next time.
Yeah, we won't. But y'all go ahead and look it up. Good night, y'all. Good morning and good afternoon.
Bye.